everyone, welcome to Eric's Kitchen. I'm Eric Le Chasseur, chef owner of Seed in Venice, and today I'm going to do for you the Faux Foie Gras. This is a contest that I won with PETA, and I was the first runner-up, and I'm going to do this foie gras, which is not a pate or not a mousse. This is the lob of the goose liver, which is the foie gras. I'm using a tofu. This is a 16 ounce or 1 pound of tofu, which I cut in half. I will cut the edge of it because when I'm going to marinate it and press, I want this to look like a lob of foie gras. So I will just cut the edge so easier to marinate, and also it's not going to break apart too easily. This I will wrap in the cheesecloth. But before I do that, I want to show you how to do the marinade, which is barley miso, white miso. I get yeast. It's a yeast like the alimentary yeast or nutrition yeast, and I will put this right here with little water. I use a half a cup of water in my pot. I'm going to use a 1/4 cup of port wine. Half a cup of port wine, and also here's the miso. This is the barley miso, white miso, and my nutritional yeast. I'm gonna cook this for a few minutes for binding all together. So I will mix, cook it. So while it's cooking, it's gonna get a little bit more thick because of the yeast extract. And this mixture I'm going to pour on the tofu and have it ready. So right here I'm having a press. This is a pickle press, but this is not necessary. You can have something just to hold it together, to press. We need to marinate this for about 48 hours or maybe 12 hours outside, 36 hours in the fridge. So I need some cheesecloths that I will get for you. I got 2 pieces right here, so I'm gonna try to cut this in half. There we go. There's my cheesecloth. I'm gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna move this for you to see. Wrap each pieces in my cheesecloth. I'm gonna open. But sometimes it's hard to find the right opening. There we go. So I'm gonna wrap both pieces in the cheesecloth and put on the side, and I got the second one right here. So wrap this, and then get my container, my mixture. Mixture is already thickened, so I'm gonna put just a little bit in the bottom, and I will add my tofu like this. It's kind of tight. Put the mixture on top. So this is hot, so that's going to help the marinade and give a little bit of a sourness to this tofu. So with my spatula, I want to make sure that the marinade, it's all over, so it's everywhere. So I'm going to just making sure it's all around. Mix it up. I will let it cool off maybe half an hour, and then I will put a press. So if you don't have a spring press like this, you can just put another container like a small plate and put the lid on top and make it tight and let it sit after it's cooled off for about 12 hours, and then 36 hours in the fridge. Otherwise 48 hours in the fridge will be perfect for the marinade. So I have one already done that's been marinate. So I'm gonna open this. So I'm gonna show you what the lob looks like after marinade. There we go. I'm gonna take the cheesecloth out, and you'll see this piece. Oh, there we go. This is my lob. This is the foie gras lob. This is the real deal. This is very delicate. Almost looks like the real things. And this lob, I'm gonna just clean a little bit, and I will slice this, saute, and have it ready to eat. So let me just clean up my area. So to have this ready, I'm gonna slice. This is for about two people, 3 people. I'm gonna make some nice slice to it. So 2 nice pieces. There we go, 1, 2. So this is my foie gras lobe. I'm gonna season this with salt and pepper. Little salt. And then I need to coat it with a little bit of flour. And also, the other secret is shiitake mushroom powder. So I'm using the dry shiitake mushrooms that I'm gonna break it in pieces in my coffee grinder and just make a powder, a puree. And that's the coating of my foie gras. Here we go for like a few seconds. Be careful, make a nice powder. And then this, I'm gonna pour in a bowl. And you see that shiitake powder, that's the coating of my foie gras. That's gonna make the big difference. So, salt and pepper both sides, and then coat it a little bit in the flour, very lightly, and then in my shiitake mushrooms. So both pieces. So let's coat it well. And meantime, I'm gonna do a port wine and blackberry sauce. So we get 2 ingredients, and I have also right here. I'm gonna put. It's about 4 ounces of port wine. It's hot. Let it reduce a little bit with the blackberry. Cook for a second. We have it right there. And I make a demi-glace sauce, which is based with carrot, onion, herbs, a little bit of soy sauce and water. Cook it through. You can use also like those vegan stock that you find on the market, but this one, that's the real, you know, the real deal. So I'm gonna add this to my sauce. It's about, you know, 2 ounces or so. So just let it cook for a second, and we're gonna saute the foie gras just with a little bit of olive oil. And in the pan, I use a cast iron pan so nothing stick to it. Is my foie gras coated with my shiitake mushrooms. So here's in the pan with oil. It's going to be very nice and crispy. And I got a nice plate for you right here. And on the bottom, I'm using a crouton. I use a sourdough crouton, which I'm going to marinate. Let it infuse a little bit more with olive oil. So it gets a little soft and soggy, almost like a nice flavor to it. So here's my crouton with infused with olive oil, and making sure my foie gras is cooking beautiful. You can see this sauce, it's almost done. This is a nice blackberry sauce. So I'm gonna use, you know, a couple spoons in my pan. And put this blackberry and port wine sauce right here. A little bit more on my bread. And my foie gras, I'm gonna turn. You want this to be nice and crispy, you know. Because foie gras, it's very soft, very delicate. So when you pan fry the foie gras, this is a faux foie gras, it's kind of melting. So you can see the inside, it's very soft and delicate, but the outside very crispy. So it takes about, you know, 30 seconds, about a minute on each side. You know, if you see, you need a little bit more oil to make sure that it's nice and crispy. And from there, I'm gonna put this on my plate. Oh, they're nice. So here we go, we're gonna set up this plate. One nice loaf on top. The other one right here in front, and a little bit more of decoration. I'm going to use the microgreen just for the garnish. A little bit of microgreen right in front, and this is my vegan faux foie gras, which I did this with pita, and I'm very proud of it. This is a great dish, and everybody at the restaurant really love it. Everybody's been coming and asking for this, so please come try it out for yourself and see my new creation, and hope everybody will enjoy. So thank you again, and you can visit us at seedkitchen.com and Facebook also, and Twitter. So I will go for today. This is my faux foie gras. Thank you.